Alright, hey everyone, I just got home from work and I have about 10 minutes to do this whole video before I have to go make dinner, but I thought it was important to come on here and tell you about this. So this video today is about, again, the Sharia creep, and I wanted to show you out there how it's happening. And I have an example affecting my family directly, and I'm going to show you with this example how more and more Islamization of our society is happening. And the reason that I'm doing this today is because I really want you to understand how it's happening so that we can stop it. We can't just sit back and just allow this to happen and lose our culture and lose everything and allow Canada or whatever country you're in that's not Islamicized yet to become Islamicized. So here I'm just going to tell you what happened first, and then we'll go through the details. So this is my kids' planner, and this is how we used to talk to the teachers. So they'll write a message, I'll write a message back. So anyways, my kid came home yesterday with a request for a snack or treat for Friday because it's Christmas. Now, a side note, they have also killed Christmas from the school because in a secular environment we don't address any religion. So it's called winter break and winter party and snow people, which I did a video not too long ago about. So there you go. So this is what the requirements are for the treats. Now, they cannot contain wheat, rye, barley, malt, sesame, or gelatin. Now, I have kids in the system for a long time now. I have 3 boys, and I have seen them come back with these requests because some kid in the class has a peanut allergy or something like that. When it comes to allergies that can cause, anaphylactic shock, I completely get it, and I do not want to send my kids to school with any of that stuff. This is very life-threatening. But the one that got me on here is gelatin. Now, the reason I knew that was standing out from the rest of the list is because gelatin, typically in mass production of consumable goods, comes from pork. Now, if you think about it, which religions don't allow pork? So sure enough, the kid, I called out the teacher on that because I'm like, whoa, what the hell is this whole gelatin about? So I got a voicemail from her, and she explained to me that there's one kid in the class that has a religious prohibition for this. Now, I know which kid it is because I see his mom drop off, and I can confirm this kid is of the Islamic faith. So, this is the thing, like, I have all these notes. I have notes and notes. This kind of stuff literally keeps me awake at night, and what I do is I write, and I don't even know where to start because I'm so mad, and I had to go into my, like, mental garden of Zen for a little bit today just to try to calm down and not like come here and appear like a crazy, like lunatic person on YouTube just trying to decry this. But so anyways, I did calm down a little bit, and I'm trying to take that energy that I have, that is the anger, and channel it into this educational video to wake up your eyes and you guys, and so that you can identify this. This was very insidious. I've studied Islam, and this is why I know that you cannot have jello. So jello, you cannot have gelatin or marshmallows, anything that is any derivative of pork products, you cannot have. So anyways, I also have Jewish friends, and just by the way, they never ever told me, if we come over, you can't feed us pork. They just don't eat the pork, right? Like, so anyways, they don't tell me what to do, which is different. This is why Islam is different, because Islam has a plan for you, even if you are non-Muslim, and that plan is Sharia. That plan is part of the global caliphate. Islam is not shy about it. It's announced in the Quran. It's announced in many of the hadith. It's announced by almost every imam, sheikh out there, the Grand Mufti. They all say that the goal is to have a global caliphate and for Islam to dominate and for Islam to be the only religion on earth, and then you will have achieved peace on earth. This is the Islamic claim, and the supporting documents, the Islamic texts, all support that. So anyways, here we go, back to this thing. The reason why I'm mad at this is because in this case, it wasn't even a Muslim or somebody tied to Islam who's trying to propagate this and put this on me. This time it's a teacher, and this is a teacher in a secular school. So we're told We cannot mention Christmas. We cannot talk about Jesus. We cannot, nothing that's related to Christianity around this Christian holiday. But now all of a sudden I'm told that not only is this kid not going to eat it, but he's going to impose the Islamic belief of not eating that food on everybody else via the teacher, right? So I don't know if it's the teacher directly or if it's the administration in the school behind it, but whoever, it's not even a Muslim trying to push this agenda. So this is what I call the useful idiots who are pushing this agenda. And now this teacher, I know the teacher, and I know the teacher has good intentions and is a nice person and is not trying to do this. However, I would like to remind everybody out there that the road to hell is always paved with good intentions, and we have to be extremely vigilant. We have to look at historically who wants to kill us, historically who wants to subjugate us, and all those things. So we know communism is an example of an ideology that wants everybody to be the same. Now we have Islam, another ideology, and the goal is to have Sharia imposed on everybody and to create the global caliphate. So to have a teacher in a secular school push this agenda and force all the other kids who are celebrating Christmas to not have products with gelatin. So that means jelly beans, gummy bears, Rice Krispie squares, Jello, you know, any of these like fun treats that kids are having, they cannot have it because one child in the class has this this belief in a system. So this is the first problem I have, is that it's a teacher doing that. Second problem, this is in a secular environment. So imagine if a Catholic kid had come up and said, you know, before we eat all of this stuff on Friday at the party, could we please say a prayer for the Christ? It is Christmas after all. Well, he would have been shut down immediately. There would have been absolutely zero prayer in that school. But now, because we're dealing with Islam, we somehow are okay with it, and we shouldn't be. We absolutely should not be. There should not be any request coming to me and my family to tell me that there's a religious belief in the class that's being imposed on all other kids and we're gonna all somehow follow that. Absolutely unacceptable. You take Christmas away from me and my kids in school and you call it winter break and you remove Santa and you make snowmen into snow people. Well, you do not have the right to push any other religion on me or my kids. So that is the end of story. I will defend that until I die. So third point, I have to go through my notes. See, I get so upset I forget what I'm talking about. This is an example that Islam is not just a religion. So every time I make a video on Islam, I get a whole bunch of people who attack me going, oh, you know, it's a religion, let them do their own thing, nobody's hurting anybody, which is, I don't know, if you go in the Middle East, tell me again how people are not hurting each other. But this is not a religion. Islam is not just a religion. It has a religious component, but it is a political, totalitarian, ideological system. And this is an example of exactly that. If it was just a religion, this kid who's Islamic in this class, who's a Muslim, would just have shut up and not eaten anything, right? That's it. Or even just don't go to school on Christmas. I don't care, right? But the fact that you can see this is transferred from a religious aspect to a non-religious political aspect is the fact that now this child's belief have a direct impact on all other children. All other children have to be subjected and submit to the belief system of that one kid who cannot have gelatin/pork products. So this is Sharia. This is an example of Sharia, and when you hear the word creeping Sharia, this is exactly what's happening. So there we go. Let me see if I have any other points. I'm sure I do, and I'm sure that you guys in the comments are going to help me out and write a couple more things that I'm missing, and thank you in advance for that. I tried to write it out as best I can. I'm running out of time. Kids are hungry. I gotta go feed them. But this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is a completely unacceptable situation. Is this what diversity is? Is this when you know when Justin Trudeau keeps going around going, hey, diversity is our strength. Is this what he means? Diversity is imposing the belief of one group of people onto other people? I thought diversity was our strength. How come we're not accepting this diversity? This is definitely counteracting or eating away at the very idea that diversity is our strength. They're saying, no, whatever you guys think is not right because this Islamic kid here, this Muslim kid, his belief system is right, and we're going to make sure you guys all follow it. This cannot be. Is this how our multicultural society is going to be? Like, think about it. We just signed the Global Migration Pact. There's going to be a lot of people from Islamic countries that are going to leave their country, either fleeing the Sharia because they don't agree with all of it and don't want to live all of it, or they're going to be on a mission to come here and Islamicize our country. That's going to start coming through the Global Migration Pact now that Canada has signed last week. Now, what do you think that's going to do in terms of multiculturalism? Are we supposed to all live together now but yet impose one? This is not multiculturalism. You know, you come to a Christian country, which Canada is. It's based and founded on Judeo-Christian values. This is what our country is. And you come here and all of a sudden I lose my Christmas. How is that multiculturalism? How is that diversity? I don't understand it, but I'm sure as hell gonna fight it. And you know what I did, guys? I am not just gonna sit down and take this. I'm sending my kids to school with Rice Krispie Square that day. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna let my children and everybody else in the class be subjected to Sharia law here in Canada, in my hometown. This is not happening and I will fight. I hope you guys do too. Let me know if you have any questions again in the comment section. Send me an email. I look forward to reading what everybody's gonna write, and I will see you all in the next one. I gotta go. See you later, guys.